What's up, people? Hey there, YouTube friends and weight loss peeps. How's it going? It's Eric here. Today is September 28th. It is Wednesday, and today is week 12. 3-month update. So, today I am officially 12 weeks out from surgery. On June 22nd was my vertical sleeve gastrectomy procedure. Today I met with the nutritionist. I had a checkup. It was my 3-month checkup. No labs this time. But my weight officially on their scale had me at 360, and my own scale this morning 354. So that's about normal. My scales always seem to have been a little bit under theirs, so it's still the same amount of loss. It was an interesting meeting because, as you guys know from my last couple videos, I've been really frustrated with my weight loss because it seems like it's really slowed down a lot. But we went over the numbers, and we went over everything I was eating. We went over, my vitamins, my proteins, my waters. And Heather is awesome. I really respect and, appreciate the information that she shares with me. So basically this week I haven't lost anything. Once again, I'm at a stall. 354, it's where I was last week. I'm here again this week, it happens. All things considered, I'm doing everything right. So I'm not sure why, but, it's just something that I'm dealing with. I will tell you, though, that she did out the numbers, and I'm officially 60 pounds down since surgery now. So that's 60 pounds in 12 weeks. So finally, I'm almost tied with my pre-op weight loss. So yes, I'm nearing now 120 pounds down for the year, which I guess if you look at it that way is phenomenal. I mean, obviously I feel I'm starting to look different. You guys have all said it. You've noticed it, especially in my face. Gosh, I was so puffy on the sides before. It was not a pretty sight. And, the biggest thing is just the way that I've been feeling, and, it's like I have a new shot at life. And, as a matter of fact, today was kind of funny. A couple of interesting things I'll fill you in on, kind of side things. Well, one of them ties in with the weight loss thing, but anyways, I went for my checkup at the bariatric center. And I went and picked up some flowers and a card for the nurses that took care of me during my procedure, and went and visited them. I hadn't seen them in 3 months since my surgery, and some of them, I recognized a bunch of the nurses right off the bat, and especially the one that got me up out of bed for the first time and got me walking, and she wanted to salsa dance with me, and so I met her in the hallway, and I was like, okay, I'm ready, let's go. She came over and gave me a big hug and everything, so that was really cool. I really, really admire and appreciate the dedication and the compassion and everything else that the nurses, because they take care of you more than the doctor. The doctors are great too, but they have a set thing on their agenda, to go in and perform that one piece, whether it be a surgery or something like that, and then they're done. There's very little follow-up, very little interaction, but, the nurses, they're the ones that have to deal with you through the pain, the puking, the pooping, the, whatever, so I really, 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 really give a heartfelt thank you to anybody out there that's a nurse for, your hard work, dedication, caring, compassion, and the doctors too. I'm not belittling the doctors, but the nurses, they just, I don't know, I think they're underappreciated, and a lot of them know, it seems like as much as a doctor, if not more so in some cases. So anyways, just a little side note. And unfortunately, to take away some of that good vibe and everything else that was going on today. On my way down there, I got hit by a rock right smack in my windshield, and it cracked it. So now I have a cracked windshield, and of course next month, November is when my car is due to be inspected, and now it's not going to pass inspection. So looks like I need to either get my windshield fixed or replaced. So that's just a side note. Everything is going really well. I haven't had any food issues. I will share with you this information that Heather, my nutritionist, gave me, because, I was confused. I wasn't sure exactly where I should be as far as caloric intake, protein intake, to maximize my weight loss. And first of all, I thought, that the surgeon had said that my honeymoon period would be about 9 or 10 months. Heather said that it's actually 12 to 18 months, give or take some, depending on the patient, but you usually get a full year of peak weight loss. She understood where I was coming from, and she appreciated the fact that I have such a strong drive to get the rest of the weight off. She asked me for the first time today what my actual weight goal was, and I told her 270 is what I'm shooting for, and I was hoping to get there by, January. And she said that the 270 goal is very realistic, and then I can wait and see, just like I told her, how I feel and everything else at that point. But she thinks that all things considered, it's right on target, because most weight loss surgery patients lose about 65% of their excess body weight. I've already lost 24% of my excess body weight. So when you look at it that way, the numbers start to get better. When she averaged out my weight loss over a period of 12 weeks, despite my weeks of only losing, it seemed like 2 or 3 pounds, my average actually overall since surgery is almost 6 pounds a week, which she said is actually on the high side of what their perspective is for weight loss with sleeve patients, because she said, you'll be close to the amount of weight loss that a Roux-en-Y patient will have, but obviously you won't be quite there. And she says that I'm doing really well, that I'm on the high side, so that kind of made me feel better too. But I'll share with you just some numbers for those of you who are curious. Now, mind you, I'm 6'1" and still 350 pounds. I know I have a long ways to go still, but I'll share with you some numbers. So, one thing that she thinks that I need to focus on is portion control. She said that I should definitely be measuring my food and weighing my food, and I should be focusing on 4 ounces of protein at each meal. That's what I should be shooting for. My total protein intake should be upwards of 80 grams. I want to be making sure that I get 80 grams minimum a day. And according to MyFitnessPal, the application that I've been using to help track some of my nutrition and stuff, I'm usually under that. So I think that is something that I'm going to have to start focusing on, is I'm going to have to be more mindful of, the protein. The other thing is she wants me to get it out of my mind. She does not believe that after surgery you should be resorting to liquid diets or HMR or protein shakes and even the protein bars. She says that the protein bars are great, in a pinch, in an emergency. Same thing with the protein shakes. If you've got nothing else and you're in a hurry, you're late to get to the airport or something, then by all means have a protein shake. It's better than skipping a meal. But in all actuality, the purpose of having the surgery was to be able to eat again, to be able to eat whole foods and just incorporate balanced eating into your diet again. So, she wants me focusing on eating actual pieces of meat, actual fruit, actual vegetables, I told her that I've been avoiding carbs. She said, some carbs is fine. If you want to be the one to push away from carbs, stronger, then that's great, It sounds like you're still getting enough, incidental carbs as it is, which is true. If I have a wrap or a sandwich, I'm not going to freak out. But like I explained to her, I just don't intentionally go seeking for carbs. Before, my plate would consist of a meat, a starch, and a vegetable. And I would always make sure that I had at least one of each of those when I ate. Now my focus is on my protein, so my meat, and my vegetables. And by the time I'm done that, honestly, I really don't even have room for starch. Occasionally, I will still eat some rice, I will still eat some mashed potatoes, I'll still eat some pasta. I'll have some bread, but I'm just avoiding excess, I guess is what you could say. So back to the numbers, and I'm sorry I keep drifting off here, but portion control is the focus, 4 ounces of protein. Calories, I should be aiming for 1,200 calories a day. I told her that I've been averaging closer to 900 to 1,000 calories a day. I've been really afraid of putting too many calories back into my body. She said that for my height and my age and everything that I should be closer to 1,200, and for the average person, my height and weight and, non-surgical, they're going to be between 1,200 to 1,600 calories a day is what their healthy caloric intake should be. So for me to be, in the 1,000 to 1,200 range is very realistic and still very healthy, and I should still be able to lose weight, especially with the amount of activity and exercise that I'm getting now, which is, in comparison to before, it's like night and day. So that's pretty much it, I thought that it was kind of interesting, and I was really glad that, she shared this information with me, because I hear about people post-op who are still very heavily into, their protein shakes, and, sorry, all this talk of food, and I just have to have some string cheese now, And you know what's funny about string cheese? Here I go on a tangent again. Welcome another 20-minute video, Eric. But the string cheese just doesn't taste the same unless you actually string it out. I just don't know what it is, but that's the truth. So, yeah, I'm going to stop my rambling and go back to eating my string cheese, I think. You get the idea, but I'm in a good place, and she said I just need to keep moving forward and definitely don't be weighing myself every day, which I told her I wasn't anyways. Basically, I've been weighing myself weekly. But she said, just don't focus on the immediate numbers. Go do your averages and look at, where you were and how far you've come, because they're very impressed, supposedly, with how well that I'm doing. And, they had told me this before, and it still blows my mind, but they have very high expectations of me, because they said that they've actually never had a patient come through the program that was as educated and determined and knew exactly what they wanted as me, which I didn't think I was, I didn't seem like I was that knowledgeable, but I guess it pays off, and I thank the community, you guys out there, because those of you who had the surgeries before me and were willing to share all your information, I wouldn't have been this prepared without you, and the motivation from all the other weight loss people and everything else, I just can't even tell you how helpful it's been. I don't go to an in-person support group since I've been out of surgery, because the bariatric center that I go to is over an hour away, and I'm not going down there, an hour drive, once a month or whatever it is. There is a program in Manchester that I might be able to get back into, but you know, I really don't feel like I even need it because you guys are all there. Everybody's so great. Everybody knows a little something different, has had some different experiences. So, you know, I can throw a question out here on the Facebook page or, you know, one of those places, and I know that I'm going to find an answer that I can rely on, you know, or at least something to base my experiences on, you know, and I have that motivation and support from other people who I know are going through the same thing. So, you know, don't discount this YouTube stuff. I think it's a very important part, and I just can't thank all of you guys enough for all the help and motivation and support that you've all given me. It's just, it's awesome. And, you know, I'm a different person now. You know, I feel like a different person, starting to finally look like a different person, you know. I know I have a long ways to go still, but, you know, we'll get there together. So before I keep blabbing on forever, I'll wrap things up for now. And on another side note, of course, Eric, blah, blah, blah. But I just wanted to tell you really quick, for those of you who've been following me too, I started my new job on Monday, and so far so good. I'm just in training right now, so it's a little bit boring, but it's a software testing job, which is my field of expertise for the past 12 years. And so far I really like the company and everybody in the office that I work out of. So my office is actually an hour commute, which right now is, you know, kind of rough. I've been spoiled, so this is the longest commute I've ever had so far in my life. But I will tell you that this job is actually going to turn out to be more of a telecommuting thing. So I'll be working from home primarily and only having to go into the office maybe once or twice a week. So should be interesting. So I will keep you guys posted. I hope everybody out there is doing great and y'all are losing weight. Did I just say y'all? Oh my God, I can't even believe I just said that. That is weird. Okay, so somebody commented on one of my videos one time and told me that they loved my southern accent, which I've never been told that before, even though I did spend 12 years down in Florida. But I was born and raised in New Hampshire, so I didn't think I had a southern accent. But I do have some friends that live out in the Midwest that are kind of like country folk, I guess you could call them, and maybe I'm picking up some of their vernacular or something, because I just can't even believe that I just said y'all like that. I didn't mean to even, it just came out, so. Shut up, Eric. Alright guys, you take care, and I will talk to you all again soon. Bye.